Okay, just adding on to part 2 video, a couple things that we forgot. So first off, for the way we're going to use our laser, the start from point needs to be edited. We do not want to use absolute coordinates. We want to use user origin. So absolute coordinates, just so you understand what it is, there's a little green dot. That represents where the job's going to start from. The nozzle's always going to start from kind of the origin, that back right corner, and it's going to the laser's going to actually move to this position based on where your stuff is on the grid. Well, we put our material in and we may not get the material to be exactly in that position. So we want to just kind of move the material to or move the laser and the material to kind of align to where we want. And so we really just want the top right corner locally of just our workpiece to be the origin. All right, so by doing that, we're going to say user origin, all right, and it should be kind of there. I've just got this text, right, that you can ignore. Using that in class. So that's what you should have. That's user origin. All right, the next thing, when you're previewing, you should have seen how to preview. We want the cut around the outside to be the last thing, and that may or may not be happening for you, right? So to kind of help guarantee that or ensure that, we are going to this optimization settings, and if you don't have optimization settings, perhaps you need to go to tools, edit, and settings. In edit settings, I have beginner mode turned off, and that might be, if you're not seeing that, might be a reason why you don't see optimization settings, okay? So inside optimization settings, you can add to this box and take away from this box. And so if you have order by layer in this little field, it is gonna control what things happen first by the order of these layers, okay? So with the red at the top, and I go to preview, it may end up doing that, let's see, early, right? And I don't want it to cut the outside first. That's a problem, because once you cut that out of the bigger piece of material, it can move around, bounce around. And so we want it to kind of do all the engraving on the inside and then cut that last, okay? So in the optimization settings, there's a box that says cut inner shapes first. That's what I want, but it's kind of, with having this order by layer in here, even though I've got order by priority, it's using the layer order as well. So I want to just remove that. Just get that out of there. You don't use the order here at all, and let it kind of figure out how to reduce travel moves, how to cut the inner shapes first, and we're going to let it do that. Okay, and so then if I go preview, it should be back to where it's going to do all the inner stuff first, and then do the outer cut last. And it'll give me a little estimated time of 57 seconds. So a double check before you go to use the engraver is your outer line cutting last? Is it on the right speed and power? So the outer should be its own layer, its own color, a speed of about 20 and a power of about 35%. Everything else is not supposed to cut through, so we're using faster speeds. The nozzle's traveling faster, makes for a lower power in that it doesn't spend as much time over the same area of the material, thus not giving it a chance to burn as deep. In addition to that, we're also lowering the power of the laser beam itself. And so we've got kind of two variables, both lowering that. So you should be the hundreds and 12 to 8s. I kind of did a range from max to min, and that has been working really well for these, okay? All right, that's just a little last thing to check and fix before you walk over to the engraver.